Hello, I am Dr. Che and you are watching my YouTube channel. In this video, I would write a model essay number 10, and this would be part 1. As you know, this is an essay writing course. The essay would be regarding agree or disagreement essay. As you know, this is essay writing course in particular for IELTS and TOEFL students and in general for any essay writing. Please subscribe to my channel. Look at the description box for updates and links to my Facebook groups. Like and comment to encourage me. Share with other students to help them. Subscribe and press bell icon to get more free courses on vocabulary, grammar, writing, speaking, listening and reading also. So this is an overview of my essay writing course. I have started from task achievement, cohesion and writing assessment criteria. Then I would go for time management, how to write introduction, conclusions, paraphrasing, topic sentence and many more videos. Then I would go for each type of essay. Nowadays I am working on essay number 5, agree or disagreement essay. I will write more than 15 model essays in my essay writing course. Open playlist of my channel and watch complete course in order. Link is given below in the description box. I would write a complete model essay and explain you everything step by step. I would intentionally make some mistakes in the essay to test your knowledge. At the end, I would correct the mistakes and would explain you in detail. This is our essay. This is our question. Many people say that it is impossible to tell a lot about a person's culture and character from their choice of clause. Do you agree or disagree? So this is type of essay, agree or disagree essay. So after reading the question, we need to underline the important words. It is impossible to tell a lot about person's culture and character. There are two things, culture and character, from their choice of clause. So this is the question, that it is impossible to tell a lot about a person's culture and character about someone's choices of clause. So how we would write this one? Can you pause the video and think how you would brainstorm, how you would organize this essay? Let us, there are two things, culture and character. Let us divide them. You can make a table as I have told you, and you can make a list. First of all, we would talk about culture. Can you tell about someone's culture by the clothes that he or she is wearing? And I would say sometimes we can see, because different countries or areas of a country, peoples of different countries or different areas wear different clothes. They wear different clothes. We can tell about by watching, by seeing their clothes. We can say about their culture. You can give any example. For example, if a woman is wearing a hijab is that Muslim women wear on their head and cover their mouth. If she is wearing hijab, we can say that we can predict from her clothes that she is a Muslim. We can predict about their culture. Similarly, if someone is wearing jeans, mostly jeans related to the Western culture. So this is how we can predict someone from their clothes. So similarly, for example, People of rural areas wear wear traditional clothes, and of cities wear trendy and costly clothes, something like that you can say. This is about culture. And what about behavior? I think about behavior it is difficult to say just by seeing the clothes. For example, if two men are wearing jeans, you cannot say the that they are narrow-minded, or they are, you can say, you cannot tell about someone's personality. So telling about someone's personality is difficult by seeing clothes. And other thing is, for example, if in the street you can see the criminals and other normal citizens, there is no difference. By we cannot judge them by seeing their clothes. Okay, criminal and criminal are law abiding citizens. And other is, for example, children. We cannot tell about children's behavior by watching them, we seeing their clothes, because they don't they have not chosen the clothes, their parents have chosen their clothes. So I would say that the behavior is difficult to judge from the clothes, and but the culture we can judge from the clothes. So what is my opinion? I agree with one point, I disagree with other point, so I partly agree with the statement. So I would go for the partly agree. So my opinion would be I partly agree with the essay, with the statement. Then how we would start our introduction? We can paraphrase the question, and then we can give our opinion. What is my opinion, overall opinion? Let us start the introduction. Just I am going to present what are the two opposing opinions. Some believe that, or some people feel that, some believe that people's culture and behavior can be predicted by taking into account a bit more advanced vocabulary, by taking into account their clothes or their style of clothing. Some believe that people's culture and behavior can be predicted by taking into account their style of clothing. So this is just paraphrasing of the question, but in different words. In completely different words. So the next is I would give my opinion. What is my opinion? If I agree, I can say I agree. If I disagree, I should have to go disagree. I can also partly in, but here I would say in fact I partly agree with this statement, with this notion, because the farmer, here the culture, the culture can be easily predicted or speculated, a bit more speculated, but I don't believe dress can tell a lot about someone's behavior or characteristics. You can say characteristics. Now my introduction is complete, so I would go for the first body paragraph. First body paragraph, I would write about the side that is positive side about culture. On the one hand, you can write in either way, though there is no problem, but better is first of all I will go for the positive thing. On the one hand, I would now I have to give a body topic sentence. I am using going to use a gerund here. Wearing, use of gerund, very advanced grammar. Wearing particular type of clothes can give us some key information about the wearer's customs and traditions. Almost on the one hand, wearing particular type of clothes can give some key information about wearers' customs and traditions. Let us look over ideas. Different wear, different countries are here wear different clothes, hijab, Muslim jeans, Western country, rural cities. This is how our plan of essay can help us while we are writing. So we would not stop writing. Almost every country or state or area has its, as we are using two nouns here, we would use have its own norms about clothing and almost every country or state have its own norms about clothing, and people can be easily recognized when they wear their traditional clothes. And people can be easily recognized when they wear their traditional clothes. That is fine. Let us give an example for hijab. For instance, if a woman wear hijab, I would put hijab and break in commas, where hijab which I would explain this. I would write in a non-defining relative clause. This is extra information to tell the reader what is I am going to tell about what is a hijab, which involves covering one's body and face with long clothes. For instance, if a woman wear hijab, which involves wearing covering one's body and face with long clothes, it is now the sentence if a woman wear hijab, it is automatically assumed. I am using here what is called hedging to make it less general. It is automatically assumed that, instead of saying it is assumed that would be more general. I'm choosing it is assumed that. If you don't know what is hedging, go to my grammar course to learn about it. Assume that she must be a Muslim. Muslim M would be capital. A Muslim due to her style of clothing. Okay. And another example, as I have said, jeans. Additionally, you can say additionally. Additionally, many Western people can be easily recognized because they wear jeans. They can be recognized by their short clothes, short clothes, or jeans. And what is the next? What about the last thing that I have told you about rurals and citizens? We can make a separate sentence. We can make join here also. And even within a country, even within a country, even within a country, we can easily differentiate between rural and urban citizens by looking at their, instead of again saying by their style of clothing, I have already used 2 times. So I would say urban citizens by looking at their clothes, instead of saying by their style of clothing. So this is a bit different, so you would not lose marks in repetition. And how if people of rural and cities are different from. For example, let us give an example. For example, many people in modern cities like fashionable and costly clothes, whereas people from remote areas and villages often prefer traditional and cheaper ones. For example, many people in modern cities like fashionable and costly clothes, whereas people from remote areas and villages often prefer traditional and cheaper ones. No, my is sufficient for the first body paragraph. If after watching my complete course on essay writing, you would be able to write very good essays, but don't take your exam before taking feedback from any good IELTS and real IELTS expert. I am not saying that you should get feedback from my service, but you can get feedback from any true IELTS expert. I am not saying that, but you should not take a risk, take feedback to see how what are your common errors and what you should improve. I would also start my correction service in the last 6 months of 2021. I would hire an IELTS expert from UK as I am a doctor. I am busy in my own work. A native English IELTS teacher preferably. We would both work together to improve, to provide you advanced, comprehensive and cheap writing correction service. This is my Facebook ID, this one. Stay in touch with me if I can start this service earlier. You can also join my Facebook group. Please subscribe to my channel. Look at the description box for updates and links to my Facebook groups. Like and comment to encourage me. Share with other students to help them, and subscribe to my channel and press bell icon, this one, to get more free courses on vocabulary, grammar, writing, speaking, listening and reading also. Thank you very much.